Well, guys, it's afternoon in sunny Arizona now. The rain has quit. And we're going to do something a little different. I haven't done this in a while. And what you're looking at here is real gold ore from a gold mine. And this was given to me by a friend of mine. His name, let's call him, for want of another name, we'll just call him Tony. So anyhow, he gave me this, said if you want this, you can have it, and go ahead and crush it. He wasn't interested in doing any crushing, so here it is, and we'll see what we can do with it. Alright, be back. Well, guys, if you've watched my channel for any time at all, you recognize this. This is my jaw crusher. This small crusher, 2-inch chute here. The jaws, I believe, are 3x4 here, and they're just a jaw that kind of does this. Works good. Not as good as an impact crusher, but it works good. So that's what I'm going to be using to crush that ore that I just showed you. And one of the reasons I'm going to do that is partially because of this. If you look here, right there, those two buckets are ore that I believe has gold in it. But I've got to get this other ore crushed first, ore that really should have gold in it. At least it came from a gold mine, and it's called gold ore, so there you go. Alright, so I'm going to get this set up and get moved either into the center of the shop or outside. I'm not sure which. Be back. I'd like to say that crushing ore is a lot easier than panning and dredging and sluicing and high banking and dry washing. But in reality, it really isn't. So if you look here, right here, that's a hand crusher, and that's the crushing item that goes in here. You put the ore in here and then you crush it to get it out fine enough where I can put it over here and run it through this 2-inch here. Because obviously the size of those rocks out there, they won't fit through there. So you got to do this hard stuff here, and that's what we're going to do first. Hey guys, I've got this ore in here now, and you should be able to see what I do right here. And I'll break up the bigger pieces with a hammer to get them small enough to fit in here. And once I get them in there, then we'll break it down a little bit farther just to make it easier to go through the crusher. Okay, we're going to use a, I don't think this is a 3, is it? Yeah, it is, it's a 3-pound. So I'm going to use this little 3-pound hammer, and we're just going to break this a little bit smaller. Actually, I found that something. So I put it here. Put these pieces in there, and I go fit. All this stuff will just run right through I'll take this off, put it in a screen over here. And this. And that's really a lot of fun. Not really. It's a lot of work. This is the part I don't like. There we go. So now you get the idea. So we'll break up this a little bit farther and get enough where we can run it. And then after we run through the crusher and get it fine, we'll put it on the miller table and do our cleanup on the miller table. As I broke up some of it got real small here. We just let that go through this number 12 screen. And all the rest of this we got to be recrushed. All the bigger things will go. Then we use the funnel to put the smaller stuff in through here. And, oh, well, you can't see that. In through the top of that 2-inch chute right there. And then I catch it when it comes down below the chute. It'll come out into that bucket. As I got the jaws set at about a 1/2-inch gap. So I'll try not to jam this and see what happens. Here's the button. See, that's what happens when the jaw isn't wide enough. I jammed it, but never fear. I got it on jammer here, I hope. Alright guys, we're gonna keep going. I got it unjammed. That's not an unusual thing if it's a little too big of a piece and the jaws just don't have enough poop to do it. So we'll go again. Okay, when they do that, they just all went through, so now I need to readjust the jaws again and make them a little tighter. Now those all went through also, so we're getting to be a kind of a uniform size here. So we'll just turn these in a little bit more. We'll try it there. Okay. Okay, that's crushing really good now. Let's take some of these bigger ones. So that's the process anyhow. You just keep adjusting these jaws in. And now I'm about, right there, I'm probably 3/8 of an inch opening. So what I do, that might be too tight, but we'll find out as soon as it jams. Okay, so just so you can see, now we've gone for those big chunks to this. Now it's still not ready for a table, not by any means, but it's a lot finer now. And if you can see in the bottom of the bucket, they're really fine. In here, it's like powder. You can see, and that's what we're after. That's eventually what all this will be. Okay, now we're all moved. Get up and going. I got pieces everywhere. This is not what you call a fine adjustment on this thing. It's I'm going to show you that, I guess. So the adjustment is this. This is a jam nut here. You loosen this, and you turn this one in, and then you re-jam the jam nut. So I just move that a little bit closer, and you just view down the chute for the jaws, tighten it up, and off you go. Okay, we can probably go a little bit tighter on them jaws. And as you can see, maybe you can. Now we're down to this. It looks more like shale than anything. So anyhow, that's what we got now compared to what you saw the first time. And there's lots more in the bottom. In here. Let's see how good you can see that. So you can see it's really fine. That I can run on the table. But this 12 mesh I can't. Because I'm going to leave you probably a little ways out like that so you'll be able to see this going. What I've got now is this little glue pan, and I'll use that to dump with. So do this way. So we'll do another adjustment here. Alright guys, we're down to this much. I just jammed, so I'm going to run this again because there's some pieces in here must be a little bit too big. So we'll run this one, and we ought to be close to the end here. So we'll see. Alright guys, maybe this one or one more after this one. As we're down to this now. I'm seeing little yellow things in here that I'm not sure if it's good. So I'm not sure if you can see this. You couldn't see it in the rock, but there is really, really fine quartz in here now. If you look right, there's quartz all through this. It's little pieces of quartz that wasn't visible to your eye before. Now guys, I wanted to show you how tight these jaws are. This is the chute, and this light down here is how close my jaws are. That has to be like a 1/16. Guys, this is the next part of the process. Let's do this. If you look in this pan right here, this is the 12 plus. So I'm not going to run that through the screens. And these screens are set up. This is a 60, a 40, 30, 20, 10. So what I'll do, anything that's in our crushed material that's 10 or larger, it'll be here. And what I need is the material from 30, 40, and 60. And I won't probably separate that out. I'll just leave it the way it is. So as you can see here, this looks really fine. I think you can, no you can't. Hang on just a minute. So anyhow, this is it. It's some of it's real fine, as you can see there. That's probably 60. And some of it's a little coarser. Guys, what I'm going to do is shovel or scoop it out of here and just shake the screens around a little bit, and you can see probably on here how fine that is and how thick some of the other is. So no matter what, we're going to be screened all the way down. There's probably 6 pieces in here that are bigger than 10. So this is the 60 minus. Here you can see it's very, very thin. And the plus, I'm just going to dump it back. I was just trying to get a range, but see, you can hardly see the 60 plus with the 60 minus. Alright guys, so this is the next step. So we're going to take and run that material, and if you look here, you can see this is a Royal Miller table, and that's some of the accessories, the brush and the card, and there's another brush here, and there's a snuffer bottle there. It all comes with this thing. Now I don't run a battery, I run this 12 volt 35 amp power supply for mine instead of a battery, and I'm not plugged in yet. So that's what the next step is going to be. We're going to run that material on the table here. As you can see, this is a little different than some of these tables. It's a different material on top. It's kind of a rubberized, and it's textured here. Guys, we're up and running. Kind of got it set up, kind of. So I'm kind of wide open on the valve on the back. I'm running a little bit fast. So I'll show you here. Here's the power supply here. And it's hooked to my Bill's pump controller from Washington Beach Mining. It's really good. Got zit dry in the water. And if you look over there, that's my pan, and it's got water in the material now, so you can see it looks like mud. So now I just got to play with this speed control here a little bit and slow her down. That's a bit fast. You want it to be a smooth layer of water. That's a mixture of all the sides. Okay, I see gold right there, maybe there, 15. Alright, so we're running. We're going to use about 8 gallons of water. So that's good. You can't see those little pieces of gold. But they think of everything with this. So I've got this snuffer bottle. I can snuff those right off the top of the table, I think. Wow. I haven't done this in a while, so this might be interesting to watch. So let's do this. This one I know is gold, that one is, these three are. These two. Now these are, if you're doing this to find big nuggets, you're going to be disappointed. What you're getting here is the fine flour gold type of stuff, and a little bit bigger than that. Now I've zoomed you in a lot. And if you look, here's one, and there's one. So there is gold in that ore. I'm going to get this one before it tries to get away. I'm going to take all three of these. And here's some microfine over here, and some microfine up here. I always like to start at the bottom and work up. That way if something gets away, I already got it. That isn't. Alright guys, you ought to be able to see better like this. I got my special LED light that I made for this table. That's it right there on a adjustable stand. I can do height, different heights and whatnot, but maybe you'll be able to see the gold better like that. So we'll give her a go. I don't like it. Like you say, this isn't going to be big, but this, my goodness, there's a lot. My thanks for Tony again. He gave me a great big chunk of that in the little pieces you saw that I busted up to one little piece. And I want to thank you, Tony. Made this a really fun day so far. Two bubbles over here, so I'm going to help it out a little bit. There, there's a bubble. We don't want it. Alright, now I'm going to turn you off a little bit, see if I can't get through all this and see what we get. Hey guys, so I got down to the wet, just the wet, but I can't hardly get a shovel full on. So I'm going to do it the way I've done it in the past. Get most of it down here in one spot. I'm going to dump this out of this pan. And spray it in this bottle. And that'll be all of it. There's a nice piece right there. I'm going to get it. Really close to having a sheet all the way across, so it's pretty good speed. Without being big gold. Let's see if I can point it all out to you. There's some up here, some up there, some in there. Let me see, I'm going to zoom on that. And you can see some of those pieces. And pieces, there's my snuffer bottle right here. That whole line is gold, that's gold. This is all gold up around this edge. There's gold in through here and clear down into there. So there's quite a bit of gold there comparatively to what I started out with, a rock. Alright, be back. Alright guys, that's it for crushing gold ore for our friend Tony with this table, this royal table, Miller table, recommended by Carla. And thank you, Lord, for all you've done for us with these friends that got me on the right path to finding this gold. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, give it a good comment, come back again. Thank you so much for watching this.